Welcome, y'all, to episode 5.
Episode 5.
Episode 5 of Straight Up R&D Podcast.
You know it's Schlingo.
You already know how it goes. I'm one of your hosts, D.
And I'm Rich.
And yeah, we right back at it, man. You know,
Like we never stop.
like, we definitely ain't stopped. So
Yeah, so if you was tuning in to the last episode 4, we kind of held back
we definitely held
on
back.
a topic that we wanted to talk about now. And we're just continuing off, piggybacking off of that. And
So
here we go.
let me start off. Let me just provide some context. But basically, we going on a lovey-dovey mode. You know
It's
what
a
I'm saying?
relationship episode. This is what it's going to be, a relationship episode. You know
It's
what I
a
mean?
relationship episode, and I just want to talk about men and relationships. How we always just got to fucking fight.
Oof.
So let me just give a brief story on something that even brought this topic to the table. You know, I got my stories. Basically, my homeboy, he got a couple kids with this woman. He provides. He's working. She doesn't. Gives her everything. He's paying the bills, paying everything for the kids. Find out she's cheating.
Yikes.
Not only with one, 15 other motherfuckers too.
Oof. Yeah,
So he
that's
calling me, asking me for advice, like, yo, bro, what should I do? Like, should I leave? Should I stay? I know everybody think like, bro, like, it's to stay, but you should leave, but he got 2 kids with this woman. He saying, I don't want to leave because I got the kids, and he want to hold this family structure together. But in my head, I'm like, how important is the family structure if you have to go through so much bullshit to keep it together? Like, when is your mental health come first? When do you come first? When do you have to stop with the bullshit? And I understand the kids are an important part, but how long do you play this and keep getting stomped on and disrespected until you say, you know what, I'm putting myself first now?
That's a really good question. That is a really good question. Cause it's like, if you taking care of the family, doing the manly duties or like the basic duties of a father,
Right.
and then your significant other is cheating on you, doing all of this extra stuff behind your back, and like let's be real, a relationship is not working out, but it sounds like he's really trying to like keep the family together.
That's what he want to do. He's like, and this
You
other
can't
thing.
fault him for that.
You can't, because he's thinking about it. It's like, listen, man, we already know the statistics with black families. You got a boy and a girl. Now you leave, kids become another statistic. And, no father in the house. No father in the house, no role model. And he just coming in and out their lives. He's like, no, like the whole point of me, doing what I'm doing now is just to keep the family together, have a family structure. You know what I'm saying? Have a 2-parent household.
Right.
But you putting him in a position where you could break that up. So that's what I'm saying. Like, I know the family structure is important, but how important is it if one of the parents can't even, or if they're not even satisfied with their relationship? It's like, what do you do?
Man, that's tough, but it's like I'll go on the record and say this. Like, I feel like kids who have parents that are separated and the parents separated at a young age, that child doesn't understand the impact of their father until later on in life.
Mm-hmm.
100%
agree.
And when I say later on in life, that's when they get responsibilities and they have to pay. Like they have to pay rent, they got to pay the phone bill, they got to pay light bill, water, whatever it is, right? Uh, car note, insurance, like those things add up. And you know, like for couples that may have had like a situation where, you know, like the father's the provider and providing for the kids, in that moment for a young child, they don't understand because, you know, the intimacy is mainly with the mother.
Right.
And not until, but I believe they get older and they understand the value of a dollar, then they'll start to realize what their father was doing in that.
They honestly will start to realize what role the father played and just keeping that house together. Like, yeah, you're more intimate with your mom, especially at an early age.
Right.
But even to this point, I remember seeing somebody on LinkedIn who didn't take any time off when their child was born because he's like, I have to work. Mm-hmm. Because he was thinking long term, like they don't really have a big support system, so he has to work and get money for like eventual childcare when his wife goes back into the workforce. Now, a lot of people may think like, yeah, you're not going to have those intimate moments with your child right away, but he's sacrificing being there with his family to make sure they're provided for, and then that the child has care when the mom has to eventually go to work. So he's doing something. He's playing a role, but he may not just get that love and appreciation from the child up front because, of course, the child don't know what the hell he's doing.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But he's like, listen, I got to provide. I got to get money because childcare is expensive. We don't have anybody to help us. It's just us. Mm-hmm. And then that child's not going to realize till later on in life what that dad did.
They don't. It's like you don't realize until later on in life the sacrifices that were made to help you get where you are, and you know, and that's the thing where it's like they say is the man the leader of the household. I mean, it's Jack, by the way. The man's the leader of the household, by the way. So it's like a real man will make necessary sacrifices for his family.
Even when he's not loved in the moment.
Even if he's not loved, because, you know, the world works in mysterious ways. You know, like maybe later on in life, the children will appreciate him more. And maybe that's during that tail end of his life where he needs the support from his family. He wants to see his children at his medical bed or deathbed or something like that.
But sometimes that won't even happen,
You know what I mean? So it's like, it's tough in the beginning, but I feel in the long run, it can be more beneficial. You know?
But that's so again, that's what I'm saying. Like, does he leave? And like the kids are at the age, it's like they're really young. So it's like these are like some of the most crucial years in raising children. Because this is when they're like, you know, observing and learning a lot through the actions of their parents. But if you take away one parent away who's they're not being able to see every day, not saying he's going to be a deadbeat, but it's just like, again, a lot changes when you're not in the house every day. Maybe I got the children one weekend. It doesn't create some stability for the children. So it's like, how much of the bullshit you should put up in your relationship, man? Like,
I don't think. You see, that's the thing you got, and it falls back into that stereotype. Oh, man up. But it's like you gotta be strong. Like you can't think. I feel like once you have a child, I mean, not that I feel it's true. Once you have a child, you're a parent forever.
Yeah, you're a parent forever.
You're a parent forever. Your life changes, and it's not about you anymore. It's about your kids. Your kids should be your priority, right? Because you decided to have a child, meaning you gave up the responsibility or the promiscuity of doing whatever the hell you want to do. Now you have a responsibility for the rest of your life.
But I'm going to say this now too, though, bro. How can you take care of the child if you're not even taking care of yourself? So, like, now, you saying, you know, I'm going to just put up with it for the sake of my children. but your mental health fucked up. Like internally, how you feeling? Your feelings are fucked up because shorty over here just crushed everything that you thought you was building a relationship. So you're not even your full self. You might be you might be a little angry. You might be a little snappy at your children because of how he's feeling about his relationship. So like, don't you think he has to take time to get himself right so he could be his full self for his children?
No, that's a valid point. That's a valid point because your mental health, your mental well-being, and overall well-being is important. But like, I hate to, I don't even want to say it, but I'm gonna say it. But I mean, like, go to church.
So she's just out here just doing what she gotta do.
Nah,
she
let me stop.
What she wanna do.
Let me stop. But like, I feel like, man, it's tough. It's tough, but it's like that comes with it. That comes with it because think if you didn't have that child, like you could have just walked away. You could have walked away. And not saying because you have the child you can't. I mean, you still can, but you're gonna fall back into the same like stereotype. Oh, my father left me when I was a kid, and I only had my mom, and this, that, and the third, and you're gonna just fall back into the same stereotype that has been going on for decades. The whole I never had my mom or my dad and this and drugs and this and that and this and that. Like, cut this shit out. But like, we need to start a generation of men that sticks it out and deal with the bullshit. Like,
all right, so let me say this now too, bro. Now, obviously, it could be traumatizing for the child. Traumatizing may be a strong word, but it's not beneficial for the child to not have both figures in the house, right? But do you think it hurts the child more in the long run for them to see two parents in the house who obviously don't love each other? Like, the point of having a family too, bro, you're setting an example for your children of like, this is what love looks like. This is how a man treats his wife. That's how a wife treats her husband. You know what I'm saying? You see that we're a team. We work together. Like, we're setting an example for you. So like, when you get older and it's time for you to get married, you know what to look for. You know what true love looks like. You're not having that example set in front of you if we obviously do not like each other. If we're having problems in our relationship, it's going to be hard to put up a front. You know what I'm saying? So like, is that more traumatizing to the children seeing their parents fight all the time? Because fights are going to happen. You could try your best to be like, let's not fight in front of the kids, but if somebody is cheating or doing some bullshit in a relationship, how much can you really hide that? So like, you're gonna be so your kids gonna be looking at y'all like, this is what love is, because my mom and dad stayed together for so much. They just combative, maybe hitting each other. I don't know. Maybe it gets to the point and get physical. They're verbally abusive to each other, and they just don't talk to each other. But they just together. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, I mean, I think the kids are gonna suffer with that. Like, kids know. Like, it's all about energy. Like, kids can feel the sort of energy that the parents is giving off against each other, or you know what I mean. Like, eventually they'll catch on. They're not stupid.
They're not stupid.
They observe. They're really observant, and they'll see. But I feel like at least trying to be together or live together, do that is better than being separate, where it's like, oh, my dad is not around and I hear my mom talk bad about my dad all the time.
Right,
and when I'm with my dad, he talks bad about my mom. And then I see my dad with other women. I see my mom with other men. And it's just like, you as a child, I feel like that's more like, it affects them more than seeing two parents that's trying to be together, like your biological parents.
Yeah.
It lessens the confusion. It lessens the confusion, but in the end, it's still they still suffer. I'm not saying one is completely better than the other, but the children still do suffer in the end. But like, we gotta keep, if you're doing a relationship and it doesn't work out, you gotta have that common ground to say, okay, look, we both gonna be mature for the kids. We're gonna do this for the kids. I do my thing, you do your thing, and we just try to keep it separate like that. We try to make sure we show both equal love and affection to our kids. We don't slander each other to our kids. You know what I mean? And when they get to a certain age and they start to understand how things are really going, then, you know, that's that. But, you know, I hear all the time parents is slandering the other parent, and it's just like that doesn't help the child, because now they're gonna grow up with like a grudge on their shoulder for that parent.
They're gonna take sides. Yeah, no. I agree with that, man. Like, it's just really tough, man. I guess ultimately I do agree with you. It's just like, look, you got kids, you have a family. You have to put them first, no matter how hard it is. And I really can't blame for somebody to leave. You know what I'm saying? Because that is a hard decision. Like, it's really hard to stay disciplined. And I'm going to suffer through the bullshit that I have with my significant other so my kids could be raised right. Because raising kids is a lifetime. Especially if you say, I'm going to try to do it for the first, you know, till they turn 18. It's like, that's years of you battling with yourself mentally until you say, yeah, I'm going to just, now I could leave my wife and my husband because, you know, my kids are 18. You know, usually when the kids turn 18, they're going off to college. They're doing their own thing. In some instances, they don't even move back home. But, yeah, man, I don't know. That's just really tough. I you know, I'm going to tell you what I told straight up. I said, I will leave. I said, I will leave. But,
I mean,
you know, you
I ain't
thinking
gonna hold
about
you.
it.
I probably will leave too. You know? Like, I'm gonna be legit. Like if you, it's like trying to deal with someone that's difficult to reason with, and that's very stressful. And then you get disrespected on top of that. Like, I can't stand for no fucking disrespect.
It's like, bro, like, I'm out here working. You not working because we have young kids. Child care is expensive.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you're not working. I'm working. You need money for this? Boom, you got it. You need money for that? You got it. Rent gotta get paid? Paid. No food in the house? I'm providing everything. Then you're gonna look me in my fucking eye while I'm at work. Well, not even look me in the eye. You're gonna fucking disrespect me by sleeping with other men while I'm at work? It's like the disrespect, and then now I have to put up with that for the sake of our kids. Kids are not even double digits yet.
Nah.
Not even double digits, bro.
Now that you say that, like, nah, bro. Like that, like that's like the ultimate disrespect, bro. Like, if I'm providing for you, providing for the kids, this, that, and the third, and then you still go back out there and you do some shady shit and you cheat and do all the other shit. Like, that's just vile, bro. Like,
bro, I ain't even tell you
gotta
the
walk
worst
away.
part.
Give it
I
to
ain't
me,
gonna
man.
put the
Tell
I
me.
ain't gonna say who, but there was women saying, "Oh, that's another topic now." He found out the information because he went through her phone. Now there's women out there was like, "Hey, you shouldn't have been going through her phone," which I don't go through phones either. But you shouldn't be going through her phone. You shouldn't be reading her messages. You shouldn't have done this and that. So it's your fault while you're hurt. Not her fault. It's your fault.
Okay, so the real question is about going through the phones. Like,
Yeah.
like what like? Okay, so
I answer this though. Are you a fan of going through phones in a relationship?
I am not a fan of going through phones. I am not a fan. But here's my take. Because it's like, if you go through somebody's phone, I feel like you're looking for something.
Mm-hmm.
Whether or not there is something there, you're looking to find something that you don't agree with. It could be like, it could be some vile shit. it could be some little shit, but you blow it up to make it some vile shit.
Like you like the picture.
You know what I mean? Or you like the picture, or you following this person, you following that person. Like, that doesn't mean you're cheating. It doesn't mean that, like, oh, you had an affair with somebody. Like, you know, or it can be a text message. Maybe that's a friend that you have. But it's like,
Right.
it's a very touchy subject because you never know what the real extent is that the person, or the extent of the relationship that person has with the other person that they're texting.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So it's like, I think it's just best to just leave it alone, because you really just gonna dig yourself a deep hole. And like,
I agree.
but then it's like, on the other hand, it's like you
really did fuck up though.
you fucked up, but it's just like, this is a perfect example of a double-edged sword.
Right.
Perfect example. Like, you can go and find some shit and you can see, oh, yo, this person been lying, cheating, doing this to you. Or you can be like, yo, let me respect this person, and you know what I mean? I ain't gonna go through their stuff.
All right, so me, I'm not a fan of going through the phones either. Like, every girl I've been with, including my wife, I give her privacy. I don't care to go through her phone. You know what I'm saying? I don't care to go through any woman's phone. It's like, I just feel like, I have my privacy, you have your privacy. But I feel like if you cause a man to go through your phone, there has to been some signs going on, or some shit happened in the past that made him feel like, nah, you want some sneaky shit. You want some sneaky shit. 'Cause I feel like anybody to go through your phone, they're not going to go through it for the sake of going through it. They may say, let me go through it to either confirm what I'm already thinking, or just to say, you know what, maybe I'm bugging, but let me just see if I'm bugging or not. Y'all know what I'm trying to say. So, yeah, it's a double-edged sword. But at the same time, like, he went through the phone and found some really graphic messages. So it's, in a way, it's good he found them, so he knows, he has a decision to make. But at the same time, he probably shouldn't have found them. Like, I don't know.
And that's the thing. It's like, when you find it, it just brings a whole new perspective to how you feel, what the situation is. And it really... Okay, but here's my thing. Though. Could you not tell your shorty's cheating without having to go through her phone?
But that's what I'm saying. It's like, you go through her phone because you already see a couple red flags. So it's like...
So at a point, all right, when it makes sense to confront her, be like, yo, like, what's going on? What
That's
are you
what I
doing?
would do. That's what I would do.
Because that's what I would do too. It's like, yo, like, I see, you know what I mean, X, Y, and Z happening. Like, what's really going on? Like... because I haven't to go through the phone, and the thing is, a motherfucker knows if you gotta go through the phone, something is going on.
That's what I'm saying.
If you have to go through the phone, you know something is going on.
That's what I'm saying.
And you just trying to confirm your suspicions.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
Like, dang.
Like,
I don't go through phones. I don't go through any of that. You know what I mean? And it is what it is. Like, if you can tell, like, if somebody's like not clicking with you and shit like that, like,
you can just tell, man. Especially if you got kids with somebody. Like, if you got kids with somebody, you've been with them for a while, so you just know them. You know what I mean? You can know when somebody's acting shady, or you could just know when somebody's just off. So, like, you may just go through the phone and just be like, yo, let me see if I'm tripping or not, because I got my suspicions already. So let me just go through the phone and see if I'm bugging. And shit, for homie, he wasn't. Like, he just confirmed his suspicions.
and that makes it worse.
And he found out some other shit that he was like, damn.
Yeah, and that's the thing. It's like, you can go in there digging for one thing and find some other shit. You could find more than what you were looking for.
Yeah.
You could be looking for one thing, find some other extra stuff, and you be
I
like,
think that's what
"Whoa,"
really
like,
made it worse because it's like you found out a lot more than you wasn't even expecting, yo.
and then you start to think like, damn, who am I with? Like,
That's what
I don't know this
saying.
person anymore. Like,
That's what I'm saying.
shit, man.
So
I mean, we like in the whole, like, relationships got to be better than that. You know, it's like
Right.
my thing is like, if you know that you want to live that single life,
just be single.
just be single. If you trying to have that whole phase or whatever, let people know, because you can destroy lives like that.
Bro, and you know, not even condoning this, but some people take shit to a level that you don't even anticipate. Like, you could do shit to somebody and you don't know how they're gonna react. You don't know
Yeah.
how they're gonna react, bro. Like, you could think, oh, you could think like, all right, I'm gonna do wrong to someone and think that they just gonna, you know, it's not that big of a deal. But if somebody feels slighted, they could take it to another level. Like, they could possibly kill you. It's happened.
And that's the thing, you know, you bring up a good point. It's almost like somebody could say they love you, but you don't know how much they really love you.
You don't know.
And that's the thing with love. It's like you could say I love you, whatever, but that person might kill you if you do something. They might like drain your bank account. They might bring you to court. They might, you know what I mean? Like, you don't know what somebody would do. Like, love is a strong thing, and it's a very like, you know, like somebody can say, "Oh yeah, I love you," and then they do something for you in a positive way. And you're like, "Damn, wow!" Like, you're actually surprised. You're like,
Yeah.
wow, like she really does love me. Like, she did X, Y, and Z for me. I never thought she would have did that for me, and that's a positive thing. But if it's a negative thing, you fuck up and you do some shit, you cheat or whatever, and like they come burn your house down.
Bro,
You know, they tear up your car.
you
You know
see
what
what
I
I'm
mean?
saying? You don't know how this person's going to react. So that's why I'm like, don't even put yourself in that situation.
For real.
Don't put yourself in a situation. I mean, we all heard of stories of crazy ass women breaking your car windows. Shit happened to my brother, man. He fucked up. Car windows broke, tires popped. You know what I'm saying? And you would think, and a person who got cheated on, you would think like, oh, they just cry, get mad, and leave. Nah. Some people want to really take it to another level. So that's what I'm saying. Just don't put yourself in that position, y'all. All right?
Yeah, don't get into that position. Don't like if you see the red flags. I think the main thing is communication. If you see the red flag showing up, you nip it in the bud from the beginning. Don't let that shit carry over. Don't take no disrespect on some shit like that, like cheating on me while we have kids and I'm taking care of you. Like, what? Like, time to let that go.
Yeah, man.
Like, don't let it get to that point, because that's a tough situation. Like, you want to do best for your children, but at the same time, your mental health and mental well-being is just as important.
So I gotta be my best self to provide
You still got to wake up and go to work the next day.
and provide for a shorty who out there sucking and fucking.
Like, that's wild, bro.
You still gotta provide for her.
Wow. That's wild. But, yo, it's gritty out here, man. There's girls out here doing way worse.
Bro, like, it's so bad.
There's
like,
girls out here doing way worse. That brings up a story, right? Like, I was having a conversation with some of my bros, and like, you know, one of my friends was saying like, yo, like, if he was with a girl and they was together and then they broke up, and like let's say he had an apartment, and for example, right, had an apartment, she living in his house. but they got a kid. Right?
Okay.
So he's not living with them. He leaves the house. He gets his own place. They're separate.
All right, they're separate.
Separate, right? He's saying that he will still provide for the girl and the kids,
Okay.
right? Because he still love her. Even if, like, let's say the situation is that they broke up, they had an issue, they just can't get along. He cheated, she cheated, whatever the case may be, right? But he's still gonna be supporting her and the child. It's not like he's only supporting the child only. Like, let's say, I don't want to use the word child support, but he's giving her money a month to take care of the child. But his thing is he's giving her money to support her and the child because she's taking care of the child and the child is with him. So I'm like, bro, put this shit in perspective now. And mind you, before I continue, he says he's going to go out, he's going to date, he's going to get other chicks, whatever. He's going to do his thing.
Okay.
And I'm like, bro, you don't think your shorty's going to do the same thing? Like, she's going to go get another man?
Of course.
She's going to do that.
She's going to do it. Y'all not together. She's
single, you single, she going to do her thing. Y'all both going to do your own thing. But I try to break it down to him. I'm like, okay, you giving her X amount of money. Y'all not even together. You're not on child support or anything. But let's say she finds another man and that man is living in your house that you pay for. Like, you still gonna give her money to take care of the house and your kid?
Hold up.
This man said yes.
Hold the fuck up.
I couldn't believe it.
So you're telling me this to make sure I'm hearing right.
Tell me.
So you're saying this nigga... Oh, not even that. So you telling me shorty has a man that move in the house
Yes.
and the father is supposed to still pay all the bills while also giving like money for the child every month while her new man is living in there?
Yes, that's exactly what I'm saying. Like, I even broke it down. To simplest form just to make sure that I understood what he was saying. I said, yo, are you paying the internet bill? Are you paying the phone bill? Are you paying the water bill? Are you paying the light bill?
Mortgage?
And you paying the rent, mortgage? He's like, yeah, I mean, I still love her. Like, I still have feelings for her. I'm like, bro, you can't have love and feelings for somebody who already moved on from you. I understand you want to take care of your child.
Yeah, that's a different story.
That's a different story, but he's saying no. Like, he's still, because they loved each other prior, he's going off that previous love that I had for you and carrying it to current time to say, I still love you, but we not together. But I'll still help you.
But if another man moves in that house, he's saying, I am now the man of this house. I will be taking over for the bills and everything that has to, be paid for. So, like, you're saying, this nigga is telling me, or shorty's telling me that now, first of all, the bills are going to go up because there's an extra body in the house.
Exactly.
So the water bills are going to go up. Electricity, gas, whatever, all that shit's gonna go up because now there's that extra body. So you're telling me I'm still supposed to provide for that man, so he just living there for free? He's not gonna pay any bills?
That's wild.
The father has to provide for everybody, for all of that now?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Imagine if that guy, what if that father had, what if that guy had kids and he bring his kids in there? Like, that's even worse. But I tried to break it down. I'm like, bro, that's wild. You don't do that. You don't do that. You know, I keep it real with everybody. You know me, I keep it real with you 100%. Like, I told him straight up, like, yo, that's some fuck shit.
That's fuck shit.
That's fuck shit. Like, you as a man helping out another man take care of your ex-girl and your child. If you're a man that's coming into a relationship, there's some men out there that say, yo, like, if the biological father is a deadbeat, you know what I'm saying? I love you and you come with a child. yo, I inherit that. I'll take care of both of y'all. Don't worry about it. I understand that.
All right.
But if the man come in and he's like, oh, your baby daddy taking care of you and the child? Yeah, that's slim pickings. All I gotta do is just put my clothes up in this place and just chill the fuck
Just
out.
chill.
You know what I mean? Like we go on vacation every month and like enjoy ourselves. Like that's crazy. Like nah,
Like, literally, you saving your whole paycheck. You're not doing nothing.
dude, you can't do that. And any guy out there that's watching this right now, don't ever do some shit like that.
Don't
Like
do no shit like that.
you're a clown. You're a clown for doing
The moment that you say you got another man living in there, it's like, all right, cool. I'll just make sure my child is taken care of. You have a new man, so which means he's taking on the responsibility of taking care of you, making sure those bills are paid in the house,
and all the problems that he bring. Like,
and all the problems he bring. But you're not about to tell me I still have to continue to provide for you and pay all those bills while you have another man living there. Like if you're that serious where a man is moving in with you, let him take on that manly role.
that's crazy. Like, again, this is a homie that I know. We had this conversation. Me and my boys, just like 8 of us sitting around the table, we talking this shit through. Like we all agree with what I'm saying. Like you can't do that.
Bro, I ain't gonna hold you. This got me thinking about another topic now. So, say for instance, now you got a child with a woman, right?
Okay.
But she has other kids, other baby fathers, right? So
Okay.
let's just use a number. Let me just throw on a number. The woman has 3 kids. You have 1 kid with her. So now the other 2 children have 2 other baby fathers. They just not yours.
Whoa.
Right? So now let's say you come around, I want to take my son on a trip. I want to buy my son a P5. I want to buy my son food. I want to do with my son.
Yo.
Do you think he's obligated to, buy stuff for the other kids or treat those other kids fairly because those are technically his son brothers and sisters or whatever?
All right. I'm gonna start off by saying this. If you messing with a shorty and she got like 2 baby fathers, and then you the 3rd baby father, then that's kind of a red flag.
That's a red flag.
Let's be serious. That's a red flag. That means she got something going on, and guy's not wanting to stay with her. Not to say that she don't deserve a relationship, but something is wrong. It ain't right. You got to get straightened out. That's
Right.
number 1. Number 2, if I am taking care of my child, if I have a child with that person, in the wildest scenario, obviously, it's I'm taking care of my child. The others that you have, that's not my responsibility.
Right.
That's not my responsibility. Now, let's say if it was a birthday or something, well, and I'm a nice guy. Like if it's Christmas, I get them all something. You know what I mean? Just a little something. But my son or my daughter is getting a good gift from her father.
But even when it's Christmas though, like you're telling me the other father's not gonna be getting their kids something for Christmas. So now, but see, this is my problem with this.
And that's a tough question.
This is my problem with this. Like this question came about in my head because you guys might have saw this video last year. It was kind of viral last year about a father pulled up to the crib with McDonald's for his son, and then the mother recorded him saying, "Oh, don't bring that food in here. If you didn't bring enough for my other kids, don't bring that food in." He said, "Like, bro, I'm bringing food for my son. He's hungry." Then everybody just like, "Yo, it's just $1 minute. You could bring food for all those kids." But I'm like, which is true. It's just like, all right, can't he just bring a little extra food? I probably would have just bought like a box of pizza. Like, yo, here's a box of pizza. Share it out as you want. But at the same time, he's not obligated to think about those other kids. This is where I think entitlement comes through. It's like, look, you have other baby fathers. Either you call those baby fathers to bring food for the kids, or you provide food for the kids. Now, me, like I said, I probably would have just been like, let me get a box of pizza or something. But I can understand how life but like I understand how life works sometimes. Like,
But what if they're lactose intolerant?
but bro, I understand how life works sometimes. Like, I can imagine if I'm a father at home chilling. What if my son calls me and be like, Dad, I'm hungry. Can you get me this and that and this? I'd be like, all right, cool. I'll go get the food that my son requested, and I'm coming to the house to drop it off. You might not have even been thinking about the other kids because you just thinking about yours child. You know what I'm saying? Now you're in trouble for getting food for your child. Again, you know what I'm saying? It's like, what if he doesn't have these kids on his mind at all times? So I can understand, like, as a mom, he's like, oh, I don't want my other kids to feel left out. But at the same time, you chose to open up your legs to all these other men and have them all have different baby fathers. So now let's just say, bro, you get food for all the other kids, right? Because you say, I don't want them to feel left out. Where does it end? Say if you're one of your baby fathers that's very active and say, hey, I want to take my son on a trip. They're going to feel left out because Johnny went to Disney World.
Oh, yeah.
Other kids didn't. Now, let's just say Christmas. You as a father getting big gifts, nice brand name clothes, PS5s, whatever. The other kids' baby father's not doing that, and they feel left out. Birthdays. So I'm like, where does it end that you have to stop providing for giving gifts to those other kids because they don't feel left out? Like, when is it going to be like, yo, it's not my kid, if you keep saying, oh, don't make the other kids feel left out?
I'll say this. The way you can draw the line is if you are not with the girl, like, it's one thing to say she got your kid and 2 other kids from 2 other men.
And I'm talking that if you're not with her.
Yeah, so if you with her, then okay, you kind of like have to take care of everybody.
Yeah. If you with, that's different.
Right? But if you not with her, absolutely not. Like, you're not taking care of 2 other kids. That's not yours. The other 2 baby daddies got to step their game up and help their kid. You know what I mean? Because think about it. Even if we're talking about a shorty like that, like, she definitely got child support on one out of 3.
1 out of 3.
1 out of 3, bro. Okay, so she getting bread from like 3 different people.
Right.
3 different sources of income coming in for their child if the father is, responsible enough to take care of their child, right? Mm-hmm. So it's like, you shouldn't feel like you have to take care of the other 2 children because that's not your responsibility.
But
you
guilt
don't
is
interact
always
with
going to come in, and she's always going to come to you, be like, yo, it's not fair to my other kids how, this child's getting so much.
The problem is with that woman. I seen that video. I think it was McDonald's. Mm-hmm. McDonald's, the kid bought, the father bought McDonald's for his child, and the other kids didn't get anything. Listen, I get it. It sounds messed up. He could have bought, a 20-piece nugget box or something for all of them, right? But he's not with her, and his responsibility is for the child he had with her.
That's all I'm saying.
Right? Because what if she goes to another man after him and have another child, a 4th child? Like, what, you supposed to buy for everybody?
But this is what I'm saying. It's like,
even if that man was the first one to have a child with her, he shouldn't be worried about the other 2.
But that's what I'm saying. It's like you want to do for your child, but now you're supposed to just think about those other children all the time. Like, I just want to buy, like, if I'm buying a pair of sneakers for my child, now I'm going to have to buy 2, 3 other pairs of sneakers because them children can't feel left out. You see what I'm saying? I'm like, where is the line end? If you're not, again, I'm talking from
the line ends is if it's a birthday,
a standpoint, if you're not with the girl.
If it's a birthday party, you holding a birthday party for your son turning whatever age, the other kids can come in. They're not getting a gift. Obviously, it's not their birthday, right? They're invited. The other kids are invited. If it's Christmas now, no, you get your son a gift. If you have extra money or you say, hey, let me get the other kids some socks or some shit, like, sure. But again, that's not
But
your
why you gotta buy them
responsibility.
Christmas gift? Like, ain't the father supposed to be buying their kids
He
Christmas?
is, but like, okay, cause I'm the type of dude like if I was that guy in that position, I'd say, look, I'll get my son the PS5 because that's what he said he wanted.
Mm-hmm.
I'll probably get him 2 extra controllers.
No, that's fair.
You see what I'm saying?
That's fair.
Hey,
I think that's
it
fair.
ain't they PS5, but I know he gonna play the game with them.
Of course, like you get 2 extra controllers.
You see what I'm saying? I'll spend $70, $80, whatever to get an extra controller and shit for them all to play. But yo, that's my son's PlayStation. It's not your PlayStation. You feel me? But I thought about y'all.
So you get an extra
So
controller.
I get the extra controller. You see, like you gotta know how to play the game. Like
Right.
you can't like, cause again, like I think, let's say if I was that child and not in their shoes, and I see, you know, my stepbrother, his father is doing all this good stuff for him, but my biological father ain't doing shit for me. I'ma feel left out,
But no,
and that's not my fault.
That's not your fault. And that's not the father and your brother's fault. To be honest, that's your mom's fault.
It's your mother's fault.
That's your mother's
She
fault.
gotta make up for that. She opened her legs to have all these damn kids. She better be able to take care of all of them.
So that's what I'm saying. Does now the father who's involved have to feel guilty and provide for these
Nah,
other
he
kids?
look, okay, rightfully so, he should not feel guilty at all. There's no need to feel guilty because that's not your child. That's like seeing a child on the street and feeling like it's your child.
Exactly.
That's not your child. Like, you're not gonna go above and beyond. Like, you might give him $1. You know what I mean?
You do something.
You
for
might
him.
go buy him a meal. You see a kid outside starving or whatever. You might buy him a meal. You know what I mean? You might give him something to eat. But you're not going to go as far as say, yo, come in my house. I'm going to feed you. I'm going to take care of you. I'm going to be your father. Like, that doesn't happen.
That's what I'm saying, but that's all I'm saying. But it's like, yo, the line has to draw somewhere. Like, if it's, again, from that video, if it's food, it's like, all right, yo. It's all right, got $1 here's an extra burger or 2 for your brothers or some shit. But it's like, bro, like, where the fucking line is? Like,
Wait. So if your son likes, like, I haven't been to McDonald's in years, but like, what is it, Baconator or whatever, double quarter pounder, whatever this shit is, right? Your son likes that, and like, you're like, do you get 3 of the same sandwiches?
oh,
or,
fuck no.
or do you get them like the chicken sandwich for
If
$1?
my son wants a premium sandwich, he get it. Y'all the little niggas, y'all gonna get them junior burgers. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like, at least y'all all eating.
That's
Y'all
gay.
eating. Everybody's eating.
That's true. That's a fact. It's a fact. Everybody
Y'all
gets
are
to eat, bro.
eating, bro. That's what.
Hey,
see,
yo,
this is
you know what they
I'm
say?
saying.
Beggars can't be choosers, bro.
So even when you try to provide and be fair, it's still a complaint.
Still a problem, bro.
So, yeah, that question popped up in my head too, bro.
No, that was a good one. I think the viewers are gonna enjoy that one because it's true. It's like, what do you do? Like, you should not feel guilty because that's not your child. Like,
I would say step 1. This is just my opinion. You know, you can do what you want with your love life. Don't date a woman with multiple baby daddies.
it's rule
Leave
number
them
one.
alone.
Like, you see something like that, be smart. Like,
If it's one, it's like, all right, one, you could probably work with that, but multiple kids, multiple baby daddies, leave them alone.
multiple problems.
Multiple problems. Cause think about one baby daddy be like, yo, who this man around my kids?
And that's the other thing. You never know how the other father's gonna think. He may be a guy that don't want his son or daughter to be around other men, like other father figures in their house or other children. You never know. Every guy's different. So it's like you gotta understand. You don't know that other guy. You don't know him.
You don't know.
See what I'm saying? But
So, yeah, that's what I'm saying, man. Like, you just do not know how they are. And you just gotta leave it be, man.
I mean, like, all together, like, we gotta do better with like this whole dating scene. Like, people just be running around and having babies with whoever, and then dealing with the consequences afterwards. I'm just like, yo, like bringing a child into this world is a serious thing. Like you gotta make sure that
It's a lifelong commitment, man.
you love that person. You wanted to have a kid. And again, accidents happen, but sometimes it's like they say, the man got to man up. The woman got to woman up too.
Got a woman up.
You know what I'm saying? Like you giving birth to the child, you want the best for your child. Don't exclude the father. There's some fathers out there that want to be in the child's life, but
man, know some more stories,
the women don't want him there. You see what I'm saying? Like they can't
for
co-parent.
nonsense.
They don't know how to co-parent, and it's like that's what continues the cycle of this. Oh, my father ain't shit on my mother was this and that's that and that. But it's like I gotta grow the fuck up. You have a child now. It ain't no, oh, I'm gonna think about myself and only what makes me happy. You're a parent now. You're gonna be a parent for the rest of your life until the day you die. Okay? Right. So it's like you gotta do what's best for your children. Don't short them a good childhood because it's not their fault.
Right. Yeah. I think, that's really a tough situation. I don't know. I just started to think about Kevin Samuels when he was like, definition of like high value. And it's like, if you're a woman with so many different baby fathers, your choices are kind of limited. Not saying you can't find love, but
it gets harder.
It gets harder. Like a lot of men ain't gonna want to take on that responsibility of.
It comes with a lot of baggage.
That's a lot of baggage.
Comes with a lot of baggage, and you can't blame them.
You can't.
Like put it in reverse. A man that got 3 kids would a woman want to go jump and deal with that? Would a woman with no kids want to jump and be with a man with 3 kids?
Exactly.
2 kids, 1 kid. Like, ladies out there, do you want that? And I from a lot of the friends that I have, my female friends, like they're not like, if it's 1 kid and he's a nice guy, then they'll do it. But if it's more than 1, the consensus that I get is a no, because it's like this guy seems like he's not responsible.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. No, it kind of shows me like just like your choices. You know what I mean? It just shows me like, I don't know who you are as a person. I mean, we all made mistakes in the past, but it's just like, come on, you made the same mistake how many times? Like,
exactly. and look, like the older we get, the more likelihood, like if you're single and the older you get, the more likelihood of meeting another person with a child.
Right.
So it's like you got to grow and have that mentality to say, okay, well, they have a child. Is this something that I'm going to want to deal with? Like that's the major, deal breaker right there.
Mm-hmm.
If you're not ready to take on having another child in the relationship and all that comes with it, then that's not the person for you.
Correct. I agree.
So it takes some maturity, but that comes with age, and it slim pickings as you get older and older and older. That's just the game. That's just the game, man. That's just the game, man.
But yeah, man. What else? What you got on your mind, man? You got anything else on your mind?
Well, as far as like relationships and stuff like that.
Yeah. We ain't lovey-dovey mode, but we could still pivot.
Yeah, we could still pivot. Let me think. I mean, okay. So question. Mm-hmm. Question. Tell me what you think. So you taking a girl out on a date.
Uh-huh.
Like, this is the first date. You don't know her. Like, you know her, but like y'all just like met.
No, we just met. Okay. We're going on a date, getting to know each other.
She feeling you, you feeling her.
All right.
And it's like y'all go on a first date, and it's like y'all go out to eat. Like, who's paying for the meal? Like, how is that? How is that being broken down? Because I asked this question specifically because we live in a world. We just gonna make this episode about relationships. All right, we're gonna make this episode about relationships, and soon we're gonna get some girls on there to give their take. So we're gonna revisit this whole topic again.
I'm definitely gonna.
But like, to what point, like you don't know them, whatever, you go on a date to know them, like who's paying for the bill? Because like I said, we live in a time where girls is out here trying to get free meals.
No, that really is a problem. And they talk about it openly on social media. Openly on social media. I definitely saw an article or video of a girl with like, she went on a date for like 2 weeks straight or a month straight with different men just to get free meals. She'd have to buy groceries for so long. I can't remember how long it was, but basically she had to buy groceries for so long because she was just going on date after date with men. Did nothing with them after. She just wanted free food.
Yeah, you see, like that's fucked up. That's really messed up. So it's like you're deliberately going out on dates just to get a free meal, and then like you have no interest into these people. Like that's messed up. So it's like, how do you know you're not being played like that? Because again, you don't know this person. So like, they could be like, oh yeah, woo, 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 you know, blah 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 blah. You know, yeah, I like you, and then boom, you pay for that bill. You send them the Uber. They go home.
That's
you pay
it.
for all that. Uber is expensive nowadays. If y'all
Uber is
didn't know,
expensive.
like,
Shit,
that
everything
shit
is
that shit is expensive. You pay for the Uber to get them back home, or you drive them home. Gas is up there. You know what I mean? You drive them home, whatever. You don't get no cheeks. You don't get nothing. And then now they ghost you.
That's it.
They said got him, and they got a free meal.
That is a risk you play when you date, but at the same time, like, I mean, it just fucked up people out there, man. Yeah, that is a risk you play, unfortunately. That's why, like, it's like, look, as far as who's paid the bill, I feel like if I ask the girl out, I'll pay. If I'm bothering you, or if I'm chasing you, I'll have, okay, I'll pay. But I've been on some dates where the bill was split too. Only because I understand it now, like, at one point a nigga was young. Niggas wasn't balling that much. And I feel like a date is just us getting to know each other and us enjoying each other's company. It shouldn't be centered around who's paying the bill. I feel like the bill being paid is just, you know, something you just have to do to exit the restaurant. But the whole point of us going out is us to get to know each other, find out if we're compatible, find out if we want to continue talking to each other. If it's just centered around the food and the bill, then, you know, that shit ain't going to work out in the long run anyway.
But here's my thing. So it's like you saying that if you ask her out on a date, then you gonna pay. But like, does it ever get to the point? Like, I could see that, but like, does it get to the point where it's like, you know, I'm feeling you. You giving me signals that you feeling me because you still talking to me. Like, shouldn't it be like, yo, we just gonna go out and grab some food together and you pay your side, I pay my side.
But there's nothing wrong with that either. That's what I'm saying. Like, it's just us talking and being together. That's what it should be centered around.
Because it's no different than like if we go out to eat, I'm gonna pay my bill, you gonna pay your bill.
Right. We just chatting it up.
And let's say, I don't know, we was at a basketball game and I met you and you know, we found a lot in common. We're like, yo, let's go to the bar or let's go to some brunch spot, chill out, eat, catch up. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. If it was my idea, I'm not expecting to pay for you.
Right. Yeah.
Because I don't even know you. I don't know you that well at that time.
I understand
like,
that
you know what
too.
I mean? So it's like I think the same thing goes for a female. It's like, I don't know you. Like, I don't know if you're like on that level of like, oh yeah, like I want to be pursuing you further.
It's just that you just antennas are, because it's like, bro, y'all have a not even y'all, but there's a lot of women out here on social media saying like, I'm only here going out with niggas for free meals. It's like, if I'm wasting, not even wasting my time, but if I'm like putting time and effort into planning a date, wanting to get to know you, and then you ghost me afterwards, look, maybe the date didn't go well. Maybe you could be like, you know what, I don't like this man. That's fine, but I think you should be woman enough to be like, hey, you know, I think I just want to remain friends, or I don't think we should talk afterwards. At least give a reason. It's like, all right, cool. The date just didn't work out. Mm-hmm. But for you to just ghost, not even give a valid reason, you know what I'm saying, as to why you no longer want to talk to this man anymore, it's like, I think that's pussy. Yeah. I don't believe in ghosting at all. It's like, bro, like, just handle your business. Just be like, yo, either I don't like you, or... you know, I just don't know if we're going to go well together. You know, it is what it is. But, like, for this man to just plan all of this, and then your whole objective was to just get a free meal? Yeah. What kind of bum shit is you on?
But here's the thing. It's like, you won't know if a female is doing that to you.
You won't know.
After the date.
Until after the date.
Or after 2, 3, 4 dates after that. Because... you got guys out there that be sending girls money just cause. Like, they not even together. Bruh. Like, they just sending bread to shorties that's not even they shorty. And I'm like, yo, like...
you telling me, bro, I don't remember.
That's the most dumbest shit ever. You might as well give that money to the homeless or somebody that need it.
Another story. Story time with D. I know this girl. My wife knows this girl, actually. They talk all the time, bro. They talk. She's like, oh, why am I going to be with this nigga who doesn't send me money when this other nigga that I never slept with, and they just only been on a date once or twice, he sent me money for my nails and hair and paid for my Uber to and from the date already. But I'm like, wait, y'all been out once or twice or whatever, and he already sent you money for hair and nails? Y'all have no type of commitment to each other. Mm-hmm. But that's what makes it hard for other guys, because it's literally men out here that would just send you money just for the sake of sending you money. Like me, if I send a girl money, that means there's something there. There's some type of commitment there, and I know that you're mine. You're my girl. Mm-hmm. But if it's just in the getting to know you phase, what am I sending you money for? What am I sending you money for? What am I making sure your hairs and nails? And like, we're still in the getting to know you phase. I don't even know if I want to take you seriously yet.
Hair and nails being done for the other guy that she going out to see, or the club that she about to go to.
Exactly.
Like, you know, that the problem is, like, I have to put the blame on men, because you're paying for all of these things for these girls that are not interested in you. They use you for your money. And you hear about all this sugar daddy bullshit. Yeah, that's for them older niggas that, you know, can't pull chicks or whatever, and they giving these girls money. But if you and this girl is young and y'all the same age or a couple of years difference, like, you should not be sending money to this girl and she doesn't want you. She doesn't like you. She's just tricking you. Like, it's all that simp shit. Like, there's no real men out there no more. There's no real men out there no more.
You should be able to pull a girl without digging in your pockets first.
You know what I mean?
You know what I mean?
She should not, the first thing should not be, oh, she should be able to, she's entitled to my pockets before I even know her. Like, you don't know her.
Don't know her, bro.
You feel me? Like, you can't be, and the thing is, what's crazy is it's so easy to send money now. Mm-hmm. Apple Pay, Cash App, Venmo,
Zelle.
Snapchat Pay, Snap Pay, Facebook, all this extra shit. You're so
Snapchat
easy. PayPal.
I don't know exactly how to do it, but I know what definitely used to send money through Snapchat in college.
Yeah, I seen money through everything, almost every social media, almost every one of them you can send money to. They made it so convenient, and these girls is just get all this money and they don't do any, like. It's like, that's the environment, that's the culture that was created for people to be taken, or men to be taken advantage of. Because, look, I'm not saying there's not girls out there that give their man money, or there's not men out there that's like asking girls for money,
Mm-hmm.
but we shouldn't have a culture where it's like expected to
It's expected.
pay
It's
me
expected.
this, give me this, and we not even together. Like what? We not even so. I gotta pay for your clothes, your makeup, your nails, your hair for you to go out in the club and go find some other dude.
That's what I'm saying, bro. It
What
gotta
sense
be
does that make?
some
That
sort
makes
of commitment.
absolutely no sense.
It gotta be some sort of commitment if I'm doing these things. If I'm paying for your hair and nails, I'm paying for you that to look good for me. Not for you to go in the club and impress some other dude or to be going out with some other dude. It's like, nah, like you my girl, I'm make sure you look good. You know, you with me, I make sure you right. But what the fuck, man? Like, I don't know. The entitlement of women, you know, this generation is fucked up.
It is.
But yeah, y'all, let us know.
It's the society we live in, guys. I mean, it's sad, and I hope it gets a little bit better because I was actually talking to one of my friends about like the dating scene and communication. That like we live in a world where you can jump on Tinder, Bumble, whatever, and like you have access to so many people.
Yeah.
That you don't value a genuine relationship with someone because you think that you can always find another person on said app.
Yeah, these apps made it a lot, I guess,
Like
quote
in a
unquote,
sense,
easier.
They made it easier, but it's like it's giving you the illusion that you have all this availability to so many other people that it could be a good woman that comes your way, and maybe she doesn't fit one criteria because nobody's perfect. She doesn't fit one criteria that you want, and you're like, I don't like that about her. Let me just continue to like.
Yeah, you're not really
search.
in the phase of getting to like know somebody.
Mind you can't get to know somebody in like 2-3 weeks or even a month. You can't know them.
It takes a while.
It takes some time. Like I feel like we're not giving each other time.
Yeah, because realistically, even in a month, how many times you may even see the collect? If you work in the week,
exactly. You work 5 days a week.
You work
40
5
hours
days a week. In the weekends, like I got some time on the weekends, but shit, some weekends I got to take care of my own shit. I got other shit to take care of. You know what I'm saying? Like shit that I can't even do in the week. I got to spend time on the weekends to do. So like, how much time are we really, be able to, be spent together in a month?
Mm-hmm. And that's something that's got to be considered. You got to think about that because it takes time to really understand somebody, to build a genuine connection with someone. You can't just do that shit overnight in 3 weeks. You go on the first date, whatever. You want to go on another date. You want to see them in a different environment. You want to see them with things that they do, things that you like. You know what I mean? Like it takes time, but I feel like now we're in a era where it's like, oh, if she doesn't satisfy, one thing, or she said she may satisfy 10 things, but the one thing I want she don't have,
right?
I'm gonna dust her off.
Mm-hmm.
And same thing for females. Oh, he don't got this, he don't got that, and I'm screw him. But you still entertain him. Like it's like they still entertain you, but like they're not interested. And then I think that's how the free meals come into play, where it's like, I'm not interested in you. I'm not gonna be with you. I'm gonna drag you along, but you gonna keep taking me out to eat because it look good when I'm standing next to you.
That's how it is, bro. Oh shit, my bad, yo. That's it. That's how it is, bro, and that's fucked up, man. So, fellas, I don't know, man. Like, just be wary of some of these females that's out here trying to trick you. And again, I'm not a woman, so I'm not talking on the woman's side. Y'all could do it on your own fucking podcast. I ain't a man.
Yo, women, if you got a podcast and you disagree with what we say, we could come on that show.
We'll come on that show.
Come on our show.
You know what
You
I'm
know what
saying?
I
Come on
mean?
our show and talk y'all side. Talk about what y'all go through with niggas. Like I don't know what you're going through with niggas because I ain't dealing with niggas. I'm dealing with
Yeah,
females.
Dealing with females. I mean,
You know what I'm saying? So fellas, like I was saying, be cautious of some of these women out here that's just looking at you as a bag.
a bag, yo.
Mm-hmm.
Stop being them simps out there, bro. Like this shit is crazy. Some
Yeah.
stories I be hearing, I'm like, are you dead ass right now?
That's what
Some
I'm
of you
saying.
be doing some wild type shit, and I'm just be like, y'all niggas is what the problem is nowadays. Like, girls getting away with all this craziness, expecting shit from you, expecting I'm like, whoa, you got the wrong one.
That's a
You got
fact,
the wrong
bro.
one. Back up. I'm not him. I'm not that guy. I'm not that guy. You know what I'm saying? But as usual, do you got anything else you want to talk about?
Nah, that's it.
That's it. I mean, look, this relationship was all about like relationships and like, dating,
What
taking
episode?
care of people, your shorty kids. Like,
Hey, we had a wild episode.
it was a wild one. Like, obviously we're going to dive in more when we get some females on the podcast.
Yeah, if
And-
you're a female that want to hop on the podcast, let us know.
I'm gonna be honest. I feel like some people they kind of like scared. Like
They scared, man.
I don't understand. Like it's just you say what you feel. Like there's nothing wrong with that. And look, y'all keep it a buck in the comments. We're gonna keep it a buck on the podcast. Always. You know what I'm saying? We don't care about nobody's feelings. We don't care if you disagree or even if you agree. But
We don't
sound off
care.
in the comments. Have the discussion with the other motherfuckers in the comments.
Yep,
You feel what I'm saying? So,
we'll read them.
yo, we
Be funny.
respond. We active in the comments. You know what I'm saying? We watching you guys say stuff in the comment section. We want to hear more stuff, more feedback. This is episode 5.
5, man. Wow. Yeah, bring us some topics that you want us to talk about.
Bring
you know
some
what I'm saying?
topics.
We'll consider it and let you know if we'll shout you out for the person who.
Yeah, you get a
consider
shout
topic.
out. You get a shout out. We'll read your comment live
Yeah.
on the podcast. We'll shout you out. Definitely subscribe, like, share.
Comment, subscribe.
All
people.
the extra stuff for the algorithms and all that other bullshit. You know what I mean? But we keeping it a buck 100% of the time, all the time. So I hope you guys enjoy the episode. We got more content coming out.
More content coming out, y'all. We got a lot more stuff to talk about.
A lot more stuff. So again, sound off in the comments. And then rule number 1 on this podcast is we do not give a fuck about your feelings, so you can say whatever the hell you want to say.
Yep, at all.
And this is Rich signing out.
This is D signing out.
We'll see you guys in the next one. Deuces.
Later, y'all.